So how's bike week?
Fun.
You're still doing it?
No.
Okay.
They actually called me. They want me back.
They do?
Yeah.
So what's the next event?
No, just to sell
Good
motorcycles.
evening. Welcome to the St. John Paul II Career Ministry. Please bear with us as we are doing a setup in this room. We'll begin in about 5 minutes or less.
I can't find my pen. Do you have any extras? I think it's all where. Well, at least I
There you go.
I tell you what, Joan, why don't we get started while I'm working on the technical aspects of this,
Okay.
and then people can watch you.
Okay. Oh, people watch me on the screen.
Yes, like last time. You're becoming a media star.
Thanks.
So, right there.
All right. Hi, I'm Joan Walsh, and I'm with the Career Ministry. Welcome. And tonight we are just thrilled to have Jackie Kloin Cox as our presenter. But before we get started, let's start with a prayer. In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Blessed Saint Joseph. I need my glasses. I'll be right back. Are you doing it?
I'll do it. Sorry. Blessed Saint Joseph, your task as guardian of the Redeemer and a protector of Virgin Mary made you the head of the Holy Family and the administrator of its material possessions. Today, I am also looking for work, and I am calling on you as a powerful mediator who, with the help of your spouse, will defend me before your Son, to help me find a way to live off the fruits of my work. Teach me how to be active in my search, open to new opportunities, honest in my relations, reasonable in my demands, and determined in fulfilling all of my obligations. Saint Joseph of Good Hope, pray for me, protect me, guide me, and keep my hopes up. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. All right, if you want to continue with our opening comments.
Okay. So one of the things that we do that's kind of a part of our tradition in the Career Ministry is that new people have to give an elevator speech, just a couple of minutes to talk about who they are. So tonight we have a couple of new people. So who would like to go first? Okay. All right. Do I have to come up there?
There you go. Okay, now you can come on over here.
Hi, I'm Andrea Gorman, and I just moved to Jacksonville about 6 months ago. I'm from California, and I am looking to do a new start or a reset. I raised my kids, and while I was doing that, I was teaching in special ed. So now I am here, and I'm trying to, I guess, reinvent myself. I plan on going back to school in the summer, and settling in nicely. And I'm getting a little worried because the job market is not as easy as I thought it would be. So that's where I'm at, and I'm hoping that coming here will give me the boost that I need.
Great.
We're blessed to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jonathan?
Good evening. I'm Jonathan Matalevich. I originally resided from Pennsylvania, grew up there. I've been in the Jacksonville area now for almost 10 years. Professionally, I've done a wide variety of things. I'm an engineer by schooling. Basically, grew up doing a bunch of different leadership roles over about almost 30 years now. I'm an executive leadership and operational advisor. I have started my own company. I've been contracted in the private equity sector for the past year and a half, and I am now looking for some additional contract work and or a full-time role. And so I'm at a pivotal point in my career where I'm perceived as a functional operational expert, but I'm really a strategic leader.
Right.
And so it's about messaging. I met with John, going to be starting down that path. So
Yep.
that's a little bit about what I'm looking for, is just some guidance, some feedback, some opportunities to try and look for that next turn.
Well, Jonathan, thank you also for blessed for having you come here. And one of our traditions that we started is you both get a prayer card. So, so to help you with your prayer life, because we will say that prayer is foundational to all of this, and it sustains us during these searches and gives us faith that God's timing and His plan is perfect. I will say that my co-facilitator, Joan Walsh, and I, we've been doing this now since May.
Yeah.
I think so. So it's been quite a long journey. And your stories are not uncommon. I'd say Mariano's been along with us as well on the journey, and it's in many cases it's about reinvention, or in some cases it could be, a prayer of humility. One of the things that I talked about during in the past meetings would be it's so much. You have to forget about what you used to be and not anchor into what you were, but as far what skills I can bring to somebody today. And one of the hallmarks of this meeting is transparency and candor. And I'm candidly looking myself, not because I'm in need, I'm not unemployed, but one reason for me starting this ministry way back when was because I went through an extended period of unemployment. And I did this kind of meeting participated in a secular environment. And I always thought the missing element was prayer. And John Allen was one of the co-founders, and he felt in his experience up in New England, very similar, that prayer was the foundational part. But it's also saying, now what's God's plan for us all? And discerning that and having the patience and to listen. And then to not be afraid to, and I'm probably saying this as much for myself as for anybody else, not be afraid to go explore new venues and opportunities as well. So we're blessed to have you here, and thank you.
Thank you.
You mentioned a part of the process, Jonathan. You've already started, Andrea. What we'll do is we'll probably have an intake meeting we affectionately call an intake meeting with yourself and Joan, or possibly John Allen, and then we'll reassign you to one of our career coaches to help you along the way. And that's sometimes it's having the frank talk and saying what needs to be here. And we don't say it to be mean,
No.
but it's to hear the words that maybe we're not telling ourselves and everything. So with that, okay.
I did want to do a club.
Yes. And then we have to introduce the speaker too.
So our next meeting will be the first Monday, April. I believe that's probably, was it the 5th? Probably the 5th, yeah. And at that meeting, I will be the speaker, and I will be talking about how do I know if I need prayer. And one of the things, it's the 4th.
The 4th.
April 4th, and it'll be 6 p.m. here. So one of the things that I have found in working with this ministry is how there are so many elements of our faith that are very, very helpful in finding out who we are, who God made us to be, and where we are on the journey. And we do have resources to help with that, and I want to talk a little bit about that. So that'll be next week, and also to kind of weave together some of the other presentations we had. We had a presentation on the blessing of unemployment that Ted did. He mentioned it just a little bit. It's a great foundation of what God does in the waiting and the true blessing that comes out of that, walking through the waiting. We had a really good session last week. Ed did a talk on career versus calling. And he kind of took the whole concept of one or the other. It's a career or it's a calling. And in his life, his calling emerged from his career. And that was very, very interesting. So it just seemed like the next thing to do. Jackie's going to talk tonight. This is our speaker, Jacqueline Kloin Cox. I know her for 5 or 6 years now. And she became my daughter-in-law last October. So I know her very, very well, and I love her very much. But she's the vice president of recruitment at Florida Community College, and she'll be talking about some of the tools that are available, not just classes, but tools that are available to help you understand who you are and where your skills, knowledge, and ability might fit into the workplace. So we thought that armed with these things that we've been presenting, you can find these recordings on our website. And also they're on Father Pagano's YouTube channel,
Yes.
correct?
Yes, started uploading them to Father Rich's.
So there are two places that you can find them, and as well as all of the other ones we've done. So we have presentations that are skill builders in the job search, and then we have people who have talked about specific careers. One that was very, very popular was
Ed Michaelis?
Ed Michaelis talked about my life in intelligence, my career in intelligence, and he was a CIA agent. So his talk was really, it was informative, it was funny, it was great. It was just great.
You can be a CIA agent. You could be a CIA agent.
Anybody here. And there are so many things that we never hear about.
Right.
Because you grew up in a family of lawyers, or you grew up in a family of doctors, or you grew up in a family of bankers. And the world is pretty big, and it's getting bigger all the time. So I would invite you to take a look at our website, and also look at the videos that are on the Father Pagano YouTube channel, and see what you see, and then talk about it with your career coach.
Okay. I think we can actually get this moving, working. So bear with me 1 second. And let me see here. And here's the good news, Jacqueline. Oops. I'm gonna enable it to session. All right. So let me see what's the best way. I think since you can see this, but they can't see this, then maybe I'll have you move this around. Yep. But here's a clicker for you. Yep. So and then
This?
yeah, that advances the big white button advances the slide. And then I'm gonna probably adjust.
Hello, everybody in the virtual world as well as here. My name is Jacqueline Cox. I'm the Associate Director of Student Recruitment over at FSCJ. We do a lot of these presentations around the community in terms of what we offer. So if anybody has any questions, please definitely keep those till the end, and we can definitely go through those. Okay, so why FSCJ? You're kind of asking yourselves, maybe I'm looking to go back to school, maybe I want to get some more of a skill. So why would you choose FSCJ? One of these things is we're affordable. We're ranked number 10 most affordable public four-year colleges in the country by University HQ, and we have plenty of internal scholarship opportunities. If you've ever tried to look for scholarships, sometimes it's a little bit clustery out there, looking for different things, but we have a lot of different scholarships with just one application at FSCJ. We are convenient. If you are around this area, or even if you're not, you've probably seen us driving around this area. We have 4 campuses and 3 centers all across Duval and Nassau counties. That is our service area. And we will customize your schedule around your life. So if you have a job, a full-time job, you can take classes part-time, or if you want to take those full-time and work part-time, you can. We are diverse. We have students from 146 different countries and in all age groups. So you might be thinking to yourself, oh, I'm a little bit older of a student. That's okay. You might be, have one side of you be an 18-year-old just coming out of high school. And then you might have, a 60 or 70-year-old on the other side of you. But the great thing is you get kind of viewpoints from all different people. And they might be able to teach you something, or you might be able to teach them something. And we do have various clubs and organizations for students to get involved. So if you did want to have a campus life, you could have that with us as well. We are accessible. We are considered what's an open access institution. What that means is just from graduating from high school or getting your GED, you're able to take classes with us. We do have face-to-face, online, and hybrid courses available. We also have something called Live Online. So if you feel like you really want to have a teacher in front of you, an instructor in front of you, but you want to be online in the comfort of your own home, you can do that. You would meet at a particular time, and you would have a faculty member that does teach you at that time. We do have 15, 12, and 7-week sessions within each semester as well. So if you wanted something a little bit more accelerating, those 7-week classes are really short, but they're all the same information of the quintessential 15-week courses. So what do we have available? lots of different degrees. So we have what's called an associate in science degree and an associate in arts degree. The differences between the two is that an associate of science degree is still a 2-year career-specific degree. So most of your classes are going to be professional courses, and you're only going to have a few general education credits. So really, it's in a particular career, ready to get you in, get you out, and get you working in 2 years. The associate in arts is really the first 2 years of any bachelor's degree that you might do. So it's more of a general education degree. So you have mostly general education credits and then a few elective or prerequisite credits if you know that you want to go into something specific for your bachelor's degree. And then we also do go up to a bachelor's of science level as well. So if you're looking to get a 4-year degree, this would be a 4-year career-specific degree. Both of our ASs and AAs can be articulated. So that's the associate in science and associate in arts can both articulate to one of our bachelor's programs. If you're going to be choosing to transfer to a university, say for your last 2 years, you can transfer with an associate in arts degree. That's usually the one to do that. That's also called the university transfer degree. It's a combination of general education and professional courses. But we also have certificate programs. So say you're looking to do a much shorter term program, don't want to spend 2 years or 4 years getting a degree. We do have technical certificates and career certificates that are both a year or less. Technical certificates are college credit courses, so they are stackable. So say you want to start out with one of those certification programs, you can, and then keep building on them until you would get to an associate in science degree. They're skill-based training, and like I said, they can feed into higher level programs like the associate science courses. And then we do have the career certificates that are also a year or less, but these are on clock or contact hours. And what these are is really the hands-on training to prepare you for the workforce. So things like HVAC, electricity, welding, those type of courses that are meant to get you certified and then starting to work in that particular area. This is just kind of a graph to show you income levels you could make with advanced skills. So high school diploma, associate in arts, career certificate, which is actually, like I said, a year or less, is more than an associate of arts degree, which is interesting. But it just goes up from there. So that's just to show you that. We do have some technical certificates here, so different examples of those. And different examples of career certificates as well. We have lots of different areas of study. So I did hand out to the people that are here. If you would like one, please contact me. But I do have those handouts. They're called at-a-glances. And it's going to show you all the different things that we do have available in terms of degrees and certificate programs. But let's say you want an even shorter plan. We do have a continuing workforce education program as well at FSCJ, and they're in all these different areas of interest. So say you just want to get a C++ in, IT certification. You can do that class. It's in information technology. This is where you can find it on our website. So you can actually go to this website and say, you know what, I want to learn a different language. I want to learn Italian.
That's right.
You can click on languages and you can find Italian if you're just starting. So there's also project management, real estate and insurance. I actually did a real estate sales class, which was pretty fun. So a lot of those different options there that are very short term, just to get you certified in that particular area. And this is something called Career Coach. You can find that here on our website as well. What Career Coach is really an assistance for you to find out if you don't know what exactly you want to do. So there is a career assessment. There's a shorter one that's only 6 questions long, and then a longer one that's 60 questions long. Both of them are very intuitive, but you kind of answer those as you like. So if you strongly agree to something, disagree, and then it tries to pair you with different careers that might be good for what you like to do. So there's that opportunity there. You can also browse different careers. So say you're interested in maybe nursing. You can put nursing in there and it'll tell you some different statistics on that particular career. So it'll tell you what type of money those people are making, how many jobs there are around our area. And they give you that information based in Jacksonville, so you know you're looking at right around this area. And then also you can browse our programs. So they do try to connect you obviously with FSCJ programs that are for what you like to do. I like to talk a little bit about the value of FSCJ. We talked a little bit about the affordability piece, right? But what does that actually mean in numbers? Here's what it actually means in numbers. So if you are going to FSCJ, this is obviously in-state. So we have an in-state tuition, out-of-state tuition. This would obviously be in-state tuition. But you're looking right around almost $4,000 for a year-long tuition cost at FSCJ. University of North Florida is going to be double that typically. And then JU, being a private university, is way, way expensive for a year. So that. One of the other things that makes FSCJ so amazing, and I didn't even go here for school, but I can actually say it is amazing, are all the resources that students have to succeed. So we really want you to come to FSCJ. We want you to succeed. It helps us, it helps you. So we have all these different resources that you can take advantage of just by being a student at FSCJ. So we have academic advisors. They'll develop an academic degree plan for you, make sure you're taking the correct courses at the correct time. We have academic success coaches. These are to identify some barriers you might have. If there's a particular class that maybe you're struggling with, you can talk to them and they can explore some good study skills and things with you. Faculty is also direct support in the classroom. A lot of them are very close to their students. They do give out their cell phone number and that type of thing to contact them whenever you need help. And then we do have library and learning commons on every campus. So that offers free tutoring in person and online to students in case you're struggling in a course. To get involved at FSCJ, lots of different ways. We have over 65 clubs at FSCJ. If you were looking to get into that, we have some honors, some housing as well. If you're looking into that, student government, student ambassadors, a lot of different volunteer opportunities, and athletics and intramurals. I just like to go through that very quickly because a lot of people don't think that we actually have a campus life. Some more support services for FSCJ students. We have student support coordinators. So if you need some help setting up an accommodation, maybe you need some extra time taking a test or studying or that type of thing, they can help you there. We do have a military and veterans service center as well. So if you think you might have any benefits within that area, that's kind of a connection between FSCJ and the VA to help you get set up with your benefits. Career development centers that can really assist you when you're looking to finish up with your program and you're looking for jobs. So they can help you with different career assessments. They do actually use Career Coach that I just went through. They can go some work study and internship placement and resume building as well, which will be really helpful looking for a job. And then we do have Hope Food Pantry as well. So if you find yourself in need or food insecurity is something that is real, and you need 5 kinds of food per day for every student you can. So this is just to show you can stay here. Obviously, we go up to the bachelor's level degree. So if you complete your associate in arts degree, you can for sure stay here for the bachelor's level degree. But if you decide to go elsewhere, you can. If you graduate with your associate in arts degree from FSCJ, you are guaranteed a spot at one of the universities in Florida to transfer. So you can do your 2 years with us, 2 years with them. You still graduate from maybe the university you want to graduate from, but you save some money, obviously, the first 2 years. So we have a direct connect with UNF for your AA with us and go to UNF for your bachelor's. We have the same thing for Florida A&M as well. And this is just an interesting thing that we put on here for all the different support services that we have for students, just to be aware of. And making sure that if you need to take advantage of those, you absolutely can by being a student here. Safety and security is also something that we take very seriously on campus and off campus. So we have the FSCJ Safe app. You can actually download that to your phone and it provides you alerts to different things. So if there's a weather situation, a campus has to close for some reason, active shooter situation, there's different alerts that you will get on your phone. So that you know not to show up at that campus at that particular time. That is the end of my presentation. Does anybody have any questions here first? And then we'll go to the virtual world. Yeah.
So if I'm gonna do continuation with the bachelor's, how would that, so I would go to an advisor and they would look over my transcripts and see what's transferable?
Correct. So you said you already have your associates, which is great. So as part of the application process, you're going to apply online. It's right on our website, and there's an apply button. So you'll apply for the Human Services program online. It'll let you know, okay, do you have an associate's degree? Do you have 60 transferable credits? You would obviously have your official transcripts sent to FSCJ as part of that. And then we do look at them over and make sure that everything does transfer over for you to be eligible for that particular program. Yeah. Any else?
Yeah, for the certificate courses, I'll give you a specific example. My son wants to become a mortgage loan originator. So I see you have one online. He feels he needs the technical training to get it done. How long are those classes? Do they last? Is it 6 months? Is it 3 months?
Mortgage originator is, I think, about 3 months. I would have to make sure online. We have over 150 different programs, so I can't know them all.
No, sure. No, I'm just trying to get a general idea.
And look up mortgage loan originator. It would pop up and let you know exactly how long the courses are. If there's several courses you need to take to get the certification or whatever it is, the setup, but it would let you know how long it is.
And if you got the certificate, I'm harkening back to what you said about the career placement. Would that be, there would be a link in for opportunities?
Absolutely.
Okay.
In any way you're an FSCJ student, whether it be those continuing workforce education or the career certificates or what have you, we could still assist with that.
Thank you.
Anything else?
The continuing workforce education. How long are those?
So, like I said, those are very short term. It really depends on which one you're looking to do. So like the real estate course took me like 2 months to do. It was really, really short. But you might just take, a C++ class that might just be a course. So it might just be a month long or a few weeks. So it really depends on what you're looking to do.
Okay, and they're not listed here, are they?
No, continuing education is not listed on there, but it is all on our website.
Okay.
That I can give you.
So so those kinds of courses are good if you need to have skill refreshers.
Yes.
So it's been a while since you were a C++ programmer or you did any program, you can go in and do that. And then the real estate course was more, that prepares you to take the license, to be the licensing exam to become a realtor or the mortgage the mortgage loan originator. And these courses are usually quite a bit less than going to a private school, which you could do.
You could.
But they cost less than that. And you pay for them in part with your taxes.
You sold the prices for the annual tuition. What's the average cost of a credit hour?
The average course per credit hour in state is $104.88.
Okay.
If you're looking at out of state, like unfortunately, if you're not in the state of Florida for at least a year, you pay out of state tuition for a time, and that's about $400 per credit hour.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And that qualifies for also lifetime learning credits and things of that nature from
The continuing program?
Yeah, I think so.
For something, like depending on what it is, yeah.
Okay.
If you can find like one of those continuing education courses or something that would satisfy that, depending on what career you're in.
And do you offer scholarship for those too?
Sometimes we do. It depends. Sometimes we have different things that come up. Like we had something called Operation Boost a little while ago that we had, it was $750 for whatever you wanted to do, regardless of the program, if you wanted to do continuing ed or something like that. We are looking to hopefully get some more money from the city to do that once again, since right now we're on a wait list. So, yeah.
Thanks.
So things like project management,
Yep.
if you want a certification in project management, I was going to use my Project Boost money to, because Jackie told me about it, but I was going to use it to brush up my Excel skills. It's a good way to do that. And she's laughing at the Italian thing, but I want to go to Italy and I want to be able to make my way around Italy. And they had, what was the name of that one?
It was just, I think, intermediate or something.
Yeah.
Italian.
But the other thing about those kinds of classes is you might meet somebody who's interested in those classes. And The one thing that we know in this ministry, that networking
Mhm.
is very, very important. So if you're new to town or you're trying to break into something new, meet some new people and see what they've got.
And our diversity is great. Obviously, you can meet somebody from a different country or, different age group. So, yeah. Any other questions in virtual world? I don't know how
And,
they let you know.
no, we don't have the chat session open, so we'll just, is there anything else you want to review?
No,
Okay.
thank you.
No, thank you, Jackie. Thank you. So I will post this presentation up on our career ministry website. And for those of you who know how to get a hold of me, it's in our church bulletin. It's also on the St. John Paul II website, so we can go there. But we'll have this information there available for use. Again, thank you, Jacqueline, for presenting. I know there'll be a lot of people who are interested in it. We find speaking of Project Boost, as soon as we upload it to Father Rich's channel, it gets a big boost in views because the Ted Grouch channel has about like 2 people and they're both my family members. So, but at this point, I'm going to terminate the live stream because I think we'll launch into some more ministry-related conversations of a local nature. So we don't want to broadcast those on there. So thank you all for attending, and God